What's up? I'm ARI AJEE and welcome to my channel. Hey girl, how you doing? Having a little sit down where I'm going to be doing my makeup. I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my makeup, no makeup look, because that's really been my go-to lately. And me just coming more into myself, loving on myself, embracing my freckles. I'm going to show you how I give glam, but still embracing my beautiful girls right here. Without further ado, let's get into how y'all my besties, because my besties, they the ones that subscribe. Now, I understand us girls, we have a lot of things that go on with friendship. So no pressure. When you're ready to become a bestie, you just click that subscribe button, bestie. But until then, get to know your girl. Make sure you follow me on my socials though. A lot of cutesy stuff that goes on over there. For me, I like to start off with a good primer. Primer that I'm going to be using is Fenty Beauty's Hydrating Primer, baby. When I tell you, got your girl in a chokehold. What I love about this primer, a little goes a long way. Hold on. Don't do that to me. I had to make sure it was still some in there. You know, rub it in your hand. Fly. Yes, girl. So now that we have our primer on, what I like to do is go in and do my eyebrows. Now, for me, eyebrows are very important. I feel like eyebrows can make or break a look. That's how important they are. I arch my own eyebrows. I've been to a nail shop in a minute since that lady got out alive. For my eyebrows, my go-to lately has been Morphe's Dual Brow Pencil, and I use the color Jog. I will come back once my eyebrows are done. And just like that, we're back. As you can see, the eyebrows are filled in. Now, I would do my makeup when my face is a little bit inflamed, and that's only because Aunt Flo is on her way. She should be arriving any day now, so we can't stop Mother Nature, but the show must go on. Me personally, I like to put a line of concealer under my eyebrow. That to me just makes it really pop. Of course, y'all gonna learn y'all girl is a Fenty Beauty girl down. I love them. I'm gonna be using Fenty Beauty's Pro Filter Concealer, and my color is 385. I like to get, I don't know where I got this brush from. Don't go ask me about no brushes now. It's flat. Get you a flat one. And dib and dab. I don't start all the way like at the end. I'll gradually work my way in, and then I'll pull it through. See what I mean? Perfect. And what I love about makeup, even if you do mess up, because it's art, you can fix it. You can fix it. With my everyday makeup, no makeup look, I generally don't wear eyeshadow. I will set my eyes with concealer and then go over with a powder, you know, just to make sure everything is cohesive together. So that's what I'm doing now. Put some concealer on it, blend it out, and then later I'm gonna set them. And if you're like me, you don't tend to wear eyeshadow with your everyday makeup, be mindful about how much concealer you actually put on, because you don't want to cake it up there and then you have like those ugly concealer creases. And I like to blend it out with a beauty blender that's slightly damp. And what I tell you, if you make a little mistake, go back in and voila, it's like it never happened. Now, me personally, I'm not about to set them just yet. I like to set it when I do all my setting powder. So we're going to go in now with our color correcting. For me, it's usually around my mouth that's dark. When I'm doing a no makeup look, I color correct around my mouth. I'm going to be using Fenty Beauty's Matchstick in Pumpkin. Just put a little on there, and then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and I'm going to just blend it out. Now that I have my matchstick blended into, you know, where I like, I'm going to go in with my foundation. Now with my makeup, no makeup looks, I could use a concealer, but because my skin is irritated a bit, I'm going to go ahead and go in with foundation. I'm going to be using Fenty's Soft Lit Foundation right here. And like I told you before, my color is 385. And then I'm going to be using Fenty's 115 foundation brush. Because I have freckles, when it comes to my concealer, because under my eyes, baby, we need to lighten it up. And, you know, people don't need to see no bag. I'm just going to go under my eye, real light, and I'm just gonna let that sit there while I do my foundation. Back to the foundation. I just take a little daub like that and I just press it in. I ain't gonna lie, before I learned this technique, I used to like drag it like painting. No, when I tell you, you get a flawless application when you just do what I'm doing here, just pressing in. It may take longer, but when I tell you, it's worth it. Also too, if you notice, when I'm putting on my foundation, I'm not going up here because I don't want to cover my freckles. I'm just staying around the spot that I color corrected, and then I'm gonna put some up on my forehead. You see what I mean? Girl, the blend, and wait till we set it. I am looking crazy with this concealer, but no worries. Now we're about to go ahead and blend that out. I'm gonna be using Fenty Beauty's 180 concealer brush. Now, y'all, I don't know nothing about no brushes. They lucky that they put it on the brush. But I like to use the brush when it comes to my concealer, because when I use the beauty blender, I tend to get heavy-handed and blow it out more. So I like to use my brush first, then go in with my beauty blender. Okay, so now that we have that all blended out, now I'm gonna go in with my setting powder. For my setting powder, I'm gonna be using Fenty's Beauty Pro Filter setting powder in hazelnut. Now, I do want to try other setting powders. I did have one setting powder that I was using, but I just felt like the flashback was giving no bad. I like to put it in my top, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't want to waste no product though, girl. Tell she's dirty, but she works. Tap it in there. You know, you want to make sure it's like you get an even distribution, because it could be a lot. And for my concealer, I'm gonna press it in the eye, but for everywhere else, I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna take it right off. I'm gonna let this bake a little bit, but for everything else, I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna take it right off. Put concealer on my eyes, I put foundation on, and I usually use a different foundation setter. I really like Fenty's the compact foundation. However, I haven't been able to find it in my color, so I just been rocking out with this. And I'm gonna go in with Fenty's 170 brush to go ahead and dust it all away. I'm not a long baker, just depending. If this was like full glam, then I probably would bake more, but since this is my makeup no makeup look, I don't bake that long, baby. Okay, so my base of my makeup is good to go, but I like to add some contrast to my look because everything can feel too cohesive. So I'm gonna go on with my Black Radiance palette right here, and I use the medium to dark palette, and this is what I'm gonna use for my contour. I use the darkest color right here. Make sure you tap excess off, and then I just start at like up here. I apply it away from the face to my hairline, and then when I come down here, I'm gonna get that cheekbone. Yes, baby, you ain't gotta do too much, but I'm gonna go ahead and blend it more. That's the premise of how I do my contour. I like to add some definition, and to give more definition and to add some flair, I'm gonna go in with Fenty's Fairy Bomb, and I'm using the color Copper Chill. I really love the way Copper Chill looks on me. And then I'll be using Fenty 120 brush. I need to clean my brushes. Don't tell nobody else. Because this product, I use it so much, I could just really scrape off the side, but it could do the same thing that you did for the setting powder, but same thing, I'm gonna apply it slightly on top of my contour. See that? I don't know if it's coming up on camera. And just to make sure that my contour and my Fairy Bomb is going together, I'm just gonna do a slight blend together. So what I like to go in with next is my lashes. Today I'm not doing the strip lash, I'm actually gonna do my cluster lashes, so I'm not gonna do them on camera. I got these cluster lashes off of Amazon, so when I rip them off, sometimes they be good lashes. You can still reuse them, so I got a little pile over there. And this is the glue that I use as well. I got it off of Amazon. I don't know the brand, but so let me go ahead and do my lashes and I'll be back, girl. Okay, girl, so this is where we at now. See what I mean? A nice contrast with the contour and the Fairy Bomb. But for me, this could be just good. I could go ahead and set it and then put on my lip. But what I want to do is a pop of color. Yeah, I like to do a pop of color in for my eyeliner. Make the look pop. I'll be using LA Colors Neon Gel Liner, and this one is Swell. This is like my go-to. I love her. Let me go ahead and pop her on. And what I love so much about this gel pen, you see that? You see how that blue is showing up? I didn't even have to put a white base on it. I get these from Walmart for $1.98. Stick with your girl. It ain't always got to be expensive for it to be quality, period. Now that I have my pop color, go ahead and set my makeup. I usually would set my makeup with Morphe's Continuous Setting Spray. Honey, I got the little one just to see how I would like it, and she's a keeper. But since I don't have any more right now, I gotta do an Ulta run and a Sephora run. So until I get those done, I'm gonna be going with NYX Matte Finish right here. And you wanna be mindful with your setting spray, you know, just make sure you cover it out, because if you get it clunked up, sometimes it can make your makeup look real spot. There we go. And I like to use my little fan right here. Got this off of Amazon. When I say she got some power to her. Yes, girl, I see you. Come on, fan. I got my boots on the ground. I'm gonna be using Fenty's lip liner, the color Browned Out. As you can tell, yeah, I use her a lot. She's definitely my go-to. I like to suck my lips in and then line them. That when I suck them in and I put them on, it's like it gives that perfect mwah. And for my gloss, I'm going to be using NYX Butter Gloss in Clear. I love this gloss. She's one of my top 3 because she just slide on and it is subtle and it lasts. But here we are at the finish line, period. Let me put on some clothes. Let me add to the fullness of it so I can just really feel it all. Give me one moment. I'll be back. And just like that, girl, we are done. You know what I'm saying? I just put on a little clothes, you know what I'm saying? A little here, there. hair, pitter patter poo. I love this look. Like I told you, this is my makeup no makeup look with a pop of color. Sometimes that pop of color really just adds something to your look. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you don't just have to do blue. You can do whatever color you feel. And with LA Colors neon pencils, you have options. Let me get y'all up close. You see her. Even with my skin being irritated. But that's all for this video. I hope you girls enjoyed. Like I told you before, bestie, you know, you become a real bestie when you actually subscribe. You know what I'm saying? No pressure though, because at the end of the day, I understand girl world. You know, it's a lot of girls out there that's not really girls. So you know what I'm saying? Learn my character, learn who I am, because honey, we support our girl. You know what I'm saying? So get yourself well acquainted with me. Like I told you, I'm ARI AJEE. What's popping with T? Anywho, make sure you follow me on my socials. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because that really helps me, you guys, and it'll really help me push through the algorithm. You know, I don't ask for much. I ain't asking for no cash out, but I am asking for engagement. I ain't gonna lie, ain't no shame in my game. But that's all for this video. I hope you lovely, beautiful girls enjoy. I'll talk to you later, besties. Mwah.